好，那么我们又回来了。
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't
他
mind.
这里是把杀鼠的胡萝卜给吃了。
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I kept eating and eating.
"小女孩把牙膏也给吃了，
I ate a lot of things that night.
然后好像还吃了这个是装饰用的果子，或者是真的果子，现在看不太出来。这个女孩可能是有异食癖的。
Then I heard chirping outside my window. I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her
这里
up,
很奇怪的一点是，小女孩是怎么知道这只鸟是鸟妈妈的？
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit.
这是小女孩第二次提到这个动物是妈妈，这可能是出于她对她妈妈不让她吃饭的一种报复心理。
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark. I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. wanted fat, juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. So hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
这个长条形的东西有可能是蛇，也有可能是他想象中某种海怪的触手。
I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly was rusty, his belly was rusty.
这首歌叫《Drunken Sailor》，是一首真正的船歌。
One sailor was drunk, sailor was drunk, sailor what shall I do with drunken sailor?
Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
这里小女孩指的可能是她把自己吃了，或者是她真的觉得床底下有什么怪物。
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
能看出来小女孩是对海洋、海怪这些事情比较有兴趣的一个姑娘。从她墙上画的画就能看出来，这上面有一只海怪。进她房间之前，我们看到那本书也是《海底2万里》。 小女孩的桌子上有一个海星的标本，书桌上也放着很多的书，还有昆虫的标本。墙上挂的壁画也是关于深海的，这跟以前朋友圈流传挺广的那幅图很像，就是多深多深的海，你会看到什么样的海洋生物。
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
能看得出来 Molly 是对自然也比较有兴趣的一个小女孩，因为她这上面的书很多都是跟自然有关的，包括这本《野性的呼唤》。
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting. I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
也就是说，她妈妈是
I
记得
spent a
家族
lot
的一
of
些历史
time in
只
Great
不过是她
Grandma
不愿意
Edie's
提。
room. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
He 他们家族刚搬到美国的时候，还是保留了很多挪威的痕迹的，包括这本书，是一本挪威的童话。床上放的应该是祖母的药。
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
所以他祖母在给主角讲这些家族故事的时候，可能是有一些夸张成分在里面的。
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
鸟笼里面全都是死去的鸟的遗像，这里可能说明他祖母是一个很喜欢怀念过去事情的人，但同时这种怀念呢，也加重了这个家族里面这种死亡气息。
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Great-grandma had always been the family's biggest fan. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace. There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
那么这里应该是一个显像室。
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
到他们这一代呢，这个家族就已经开始有美国的气息了。墙上的是高中的毕业证，包括这些海报，也都是很有美国气氛的海报。这是一个应征入伍的海报。
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that, maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly, and he did.
Calvin 的故事和 Molly 不同，他的这个故事完全是从 Sam 的视角里面表现出来的，所以我们并不知道 Calvin 死的时候到底发生了什么。
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing,